Hey, John, last week or a few days ago, you're talking about we need to make some corrections. It's on us. How would you describe how you guys played in those corrections that you said you wanted to make?
Defensively, I would say we played very similar to last week. We did enough to get the win, but moving forward, we just have to be better, you know. And it's not like these issues are like we're just not good enough. We obviously have the talent. We just got to focus on the little things. And I mean, honestly, thank God our offense was there to save us time and time again.
What would you say was the success to the two stops that you guys had in the second half? The Giants had 4 possessions where they scored, but you guys had the 2 at the end where you guys clearly stopped them. What was working for you guys in those particular possessions?
I mean, I got to give a big credit to mental toughness. You know, in the course of a game like that, it's easy as a defense to get down on yourself and focus on what you did wrong, especially with the young group we have. I really think we moved on, we moved forward. Obviously, we're going to look back at what we did wrong, but in the time and in the moment, you got to make the plays to win the game down the stretch. And, you know, as a defense, that's what we did. So that's definitely a positive we can look at going forward, but again, we just have to do better.
John, I know it's early in the season, but Heinicke's your guy now. What is it like seeing him on the field and seeing him lead that team down the field to get a game-winning field goal opportunity?
Yeah, no, you're looking at a team who has 100% confidence in their quarterback. We're 100% behind him. We truly believe we can win with them, and I think he's shown that time and time again.
Take me through the kicks. The game comes down to that, but you can't do anything at that point. What are your emotions?
Just a lot of praying, man. Hopefully the offense and the special teams can bail us out one more time.
You particularly are off to a hot start when it comes to getting in the backfield. What's been kind of the secret to your early season success here?
I think it's easy for me to take all the credit, but I mean, if we're being honest, I think sacks are very situational. Out of my 3 sacks, I feel like 2 of them are because of what other guys around me did. DB's covering, the quarterback has to hold the ball, not having the lanes for a quarterback to escape outside. So, I mean, I really think it goes back to last year where I only had 2 sacks, but I felt like I was rushing the best in my entire life. So, I mean, what I tell Chase and what I tell Sweat and Matt and Payne is if we all do our job, the quarterback decides who gets a sack. So, I mean, as happy as I am to get off to a hard start, is really not just me, you know what I mean? No man can go out there and get all the sacks by himself.
After Heinicke threw his pick, did he say anything to you guys on defense?
I didn't get a chance to say anything to him. You know, the biggest thing that I want to say is you're never out of a game. I've been in a lot of situations like that where it seems hopeless and it's easy to get down. But as a defense, we did what we had to do. We had to stop them. We had to force them to kick a field goal and potentially have a chance to block it. And we had to get our offense the ball back with a chance to score, and we were able to do that. So, you know, it's easy to pout and mope. But in that situation, you just have to nut up and make the plays as a defense, and we did.
What is it about Heinicke that he's able to step up in these big moments and just make plays? What is it about him from what you guys see in the locker room and just being around him and everything?
You know, I feel like with a guy like Heinicke, he's a guy who's been overlooked a lot. People probably doubted him his whole entire life. And, you know, when he's getting his opportunities, I mean, you can see he's as cool, calm, and collected as they come. He's our quarterback. We're excited to have him. We're blessed and lucky to have him. And we're just excited to have the guy. I mean, what you see is what you get.
Because of the short week and because it was a division opponent, does this win feel a little bit more gratifying because of kind of the situation you were in off the loss in the short week?
One thing I've learned going into my 5th year is you celebrate every win. It's easy for people to get caught up in records and teams aren't that good, but in the NFL, every team is good, and the difference between winning and losing is so marginal. I mean, you go back to last week, there was a couple plays that we had back, we might win, you know. A couple plays go a different way this game, you lose, you know. So in the NFL, every win is a great win. Obviously, getting the division win is important early in the season. You know, if you want to get into the playoffs, winning your division is the easiest way to get there. So it was a great team win. A lot of mistakes that we got to clean up, but awesome game.
What was the key to holding them to the field goal after the interception?
I mean, it was really, we understood that they were going to run the ball. And as interior defensive tackles, we took that upon ourselves, and then it's our job to stop the run. So I think as a defense, we did a great job. Linebackers did a great job. I mean, we just had to make a play, and we did.
Was there a conversation among you guys, I guess, because, you know, you've just been on the field because it's in such a difficult situation? Is that, you know, what is that like? Could you kind of describe the vibe, I guess?
You're talking about after the interception?
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing that, you know, we said amongst ourselves is no pouting, no moping, time for us to make a play. Game's not over. I've been in a situation similar in college against LSU, at LSU. So I understand the situation looks bad, but the game's not over until it's over. And when you have a quarterback like Heinicke and an offense and receivers and all the guys and the weapons that we have, I mean, best thing we could do is get the ball back and give them a chance, and we did that. And like I said, our offense bailed us out time and time again. Appreciate it.